Hi everyone, I am going to do my top 10 blushers, and this isn't really for anybody as much as it is just for myself because I love blush, as you know, and my favourites have kind of changed, and I have kind of like go-to blushers that I use a lot but aren't my favourite, so I don't really often don't kind of show them in videos and stuff, so I just thought I will decide on my top 10 out of my whole collection. And I've been sitting up in my pink room for an hour, tearing through everything, saying, no, I love this more, no, I love this more. And there's also one or two that I'm disappointed in that I kind of I'll give a mention at the end, just because, you know. So, the first one I'm going to mention is actually the one I have on now, and it is the cheapest, I think, of the ones I have here, and it's by NYC, and it is the Colour Wheel Mosaic Face Powder Pink Cheek Glow. And this is kind of, it looks okay. It's quite powdery. It's not overly powdery, and it's just a soft rosy pink rather than like a baby pink. And I love this, and I've loved it since I bought it. And I actually don't use a brush to apply it, because when I was in the shop I tested it using my fingers, and I got a really nice effect. But when I got home, I just went to using a brush like I always do. But I didn't get the same effect, and I didn't really like it as much. So I've since gone back to using my fingers. And I really like this. This is just like, this kind of is my go-to blush. And it's amazing that out of all the expensive products I have, I reach for this an awful lot. I would say I reach for this more than MAC Well Dressed and MAC Dame, which are kind of my two favourite pinks in my MAC collection. So that's a big yay for me. I think they have a peach one, which I'd like to try, and I also heard some good things about their pressed powder, so I would like to try that as well. Another cheap one, but it's from the US, unfortunately, this one. It's the Milani Blush in Luminous. I wanted this for ages just because everyone was talking about it on YouTube, and people were saying it was a dupe for NARS Orgasm, which I have, and I'm not actually overly fond of. I like it, but I kind of have to wear it in the summer. So I don't know why I really wanted this, but this is actually, I think this is prettier than Orgasm. It suits me more. It has a mirror, a brush. I know people hate using the brushes, but I use these in an emergency. I leave them in there in my bag, and there's sometimes when I do rely on them if I don't want to carry around a giant brush. So to me it looks pink, but it is a kind of a pink with peachy tones through it. So it's very wearable by warm tone and cool tone people. The next one is by Tarte, and it's one of their kind of glow sticks, and it's in Tipsy. I have a few of these, and this is I only have this in the small size, and I did actually buy this on eBay for like €5, if anyone is wondering. What I like about these is that they're sheer. When you kind of paint it on, it doesn't colour in a whole patch of colour. It's really sheer, like kind of almost a watery feeling to it. It's quite cooling on the skin. It's not creamy, it's more watery. And I either like to dab it on without kind of smooshing it all over the same area. I don't like a patch of it. You could do that. I like the kind of stippled effect with this product though, so I like to use a damp makeup sponge or my stippling brush. Sometimes if I'm in a rush, I just go from the tube, so that works too. Now this one is what is really a go-to bronzer or go-to blush, and I have to say this is like, it's not one of my favourites, but it's one of my most used, so it deserves a place in the top 10 because this is used to bits. And it's by Smashbox, and it's the Intermix, or the Soft Fusion Lights in Intermix. And there's a variety of shades in it. I don't kind of think about that. I swirl the whole brush around them. This just adds a soft bit of colour without looking like you're wearing blush. It makes my face look healthy, and it doesn't look like you're wearing product for someone of my skin tone. So I think that's what these are, kind of the aim of these. You're not supposed to really see them. It's more for effect. And it's one of those products that kind of makes you look more beautiful without knowing why. Okay, next one is by NARS, and it's the only NARS one that made it into my top 10. And it is Deep Throat. And as I said, what disgusting names. Anyway, I do like Orgasm, but I kind of only use it in the summer, as I said. So Deep Throat is a more kind of like go-to blush for me. I really like it. It's peachy. It's a peachy pink, but it's more peachy, I think, than Orgasm. But it has got kind of little iridescent speckles in it. It doesn't look glittery on though. I wouldn't like anything glittery. So I think that's really nice. So how many is that? 4. Okay, next one. Oh, 5. Next one is Coralista by Benefit. And Snooky Lex has been telling me to get this. She told me to get it for months and months and months. And I kept saying, yeah, I'll put it on my list. I'll put it on my list. And she says, no, really, I think you're going to love it. And she was right. Well, it's a coral peach. It's warm. I think this has on very fair people, this can really take over their makeup. I've kind of seen that where I think this is one of those products that if you're wearing a little bit in your cheeks, it's almost like a bronze. It's almost like you treat it almost like a bronzer to warm your face. So I would like apply a little bit around the forehead and a little bit in the chin and across the nose. It brings the whole face together, because this can look, if you apply too much of this, it looks like a lot just on the cheek. If you have a more, like if you're not so fair, you can just do what you like with this. But I kind of do that. I just kind of plonk it on wherever. And I wear this an awful lot. I love the smell of it, and it is expensive. But if coral looks good in you, this is probably the nicest coral I've found. Alright, now I have 4 to choose from. I may go over 10. Hopefully I won't. No, I think I'll be good. The next one, this is probably my favourite blush ever, and it's MAC Peachy Keen. And this was like a staple for me for 6 months last year, all for like kind of taking me from June up to like November. I just loved this, and I wore it every day. And I've since been enjoying it again. Again, this is for I think this really suits people who have a warmer skin tone, but it really just lifts your face, and you don't look, oh, look at that blush. You know, it's really gorgeous. I love it. Actually, some of these are quite similar. Another one that I really love from MAC, so this is number 7, is it? 7? Yeah. Number 7 is Peaches. This is just a matte shade. I don't know if this is actually, whether Peaches is from the Pro collection or not. But this, I love it. I just love it. It's fantastic. If you look tired, if you look like your face needs a lift, a little light flush of Peaches just really lifts the face. Okay, I have 2 more. Alright. I would have to go with MAC Dolly Mix. And this is insanely bright. That is scary. When I was choosing blushes the first time I went into MAC, I looked at this and I'm just like, oh, clown. I just wouldn't even look at it after that. But I love this. And the trick with this, as with any loud blush, is to use a tiny amount. I like to use a fan brush for this. So I kind of lightly fluff the fan brush across, just tap it away in the air, and then I basically just graze my cheekbone. This is gorgeous. It is really, really pretty, and don't be afraid. You don't paint this on with a big thick bronzing brush or an angled blusher brush. You apply it with a light touch. With most kind of professional standard makeup, they are very, very pigmented, and it's the user's responsibility to go as light as necessary on their skin tone. So I think this is loud. If you have a light touch, it looks amazing on your skin. It really perks everything up, and it looks really, really pretty. The last one I'm going to go with is Spring Sheen. I will leave swatches of all of these on makeupandbeauty.ie, by the way. Just, there was no point in doing that in case I got the lighting wrong and you're not going to be able to see them. So I will put those up right away. But Spring Sheen looks really similar to Peachy Keen. Can I tilt this up without all this falling out? There's Spring Sheen and there's Peachy Keen. Actually, they all kind of look similar in that lighting. They are all similar. This is my warm palette, and then I have a cool palette. But this is great. I find that I need a bit of a tan to pull this off though. So I haven't been wearing this at the moment, but it definitely is in my top 10. I love it. And as soon as I have a little tiny bit of colour from the sun, I will be wearing that. If you want to just know what's in here, that's Peaches, Peachy Keen, Style, Spring Sheen, Sincere and Blunt. And in my cool palette, I have Well Dressed, Dame, Stark Naked, Dolly Mix, Lillicent and Plum Foolery. And I have another blush video coming, which might be annoying for you, I don't know. But the reason I'm doing it is because my latest addiction, you know the way I go through fads of things, and I'm like, sometimes I'm obsessed with mascara and sometimes I'm obsessed with liner. Well, at the moment, I am obsessed with cream blush. I'm going to do a video on that as well, just about what what liquid and mousse and mousse blushes, cream blushes that I have that I like and why I like them. Oh, I completely forgot to mention my absolute favourite go-to blush. That's 11, I'm sorry. But this one doesn't kind of go in the top 10 because it's special. It's like above the top 10. It gets a shelf all to itself, and it's Maybelline Mousse Blush in Peach Satin. This has been my favourite blush for probably a year and a half, easily. And I use it at least 3 to 4 times a week. And sometimes I use it and then I add another blush over. I actually add some of it and then I like to add a bit of Coralista, or sometimes I add just a bit of Sincere under my cheekbone, and then I pop I stipple on some Maybelline mousse on my gone, because this morning when I was collecting the things for the video I dropped it and it went down the stairs and smashed. So it is no more, and I will be running out to replace it tomorrow because I love it. So I would love to know what your top 10 blushers are. I think that would be really bad for my purse, because I will want what you like. But regardless, I would love to know. So you can either do. I'd love if you did the video, and you can do it as a video response, or just comment below and let me know what your favourite blushes are. And I will really look forward to reading those. So thank you for watching and listening to me. I enjoyed that little rant about blush. I can relax now. So have a great day, everyone. I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye. I forgot to mention the 2 that I'm disappointed in. One of them is by Benefit. I just realised I've left it upstairs and it's not at hand. It is pinky coloured one. Oh my god, I can't even think of the name of it. Anyway, the colour's not really for me, but it's kind of handy to have. And the other one is Stila Convertible Colour in Peony. And I really like this product. I don't like this colour for me. It's just too blah for me. It's like terracotta, and that sort of colour would do nothing for me. I really want, there's one, I think it's in Gerbera, or I don't know if I'm even saying that right. I really want that one, but Stila isn't in Ireland anymore, which is really annoying. Boo-hoo. I think they're not available in Europe after either they're gone or they're gone. So thanks for watching again. Bye.